In the beginning of Parshas Pinchas, Hashem praises Pinchas for his actions of killing Zimri and Cosby, which caused the end of the plague in which 24,000 men lost their lives. Right afterwards, Hashem tells Moshe, Tzaroras hamidyanim v'hikisem osam. Go and smite the Midyanim and hit them hard, destroy them. Why? Because look what they did. They caused 24,000 Jews to sin and ultimately lose their lives. How so? Well, they sent the Midianite women in order to act immorally, to seduce, to entice the Jewish men, and by doing so also caused the Jewish men to worship the idol of Peor. So Hashem said, after the actions of Pinchas, where the plague ended, he said, now the job is to destroy Midian because of what they did. Later on in Sefer Devarim, the Torah tells us that when the Jewish nation comes to a city, ki sikrav el ir lihilachem aleha, and the possibility is that you will fight in this city, v'karasa aleha l'shalom. First, try to make peace. First, seek shalom. You never know what the inhabitants of the city will say. They might see the Jewish people coming, and they might say, listen, we want to have peace with you. We don't want to fight with you. So why is it that later on in Devarim, we're told to first offer shalom when you're going to fight with a city? But here, when it came to Midian, we're told that Moshe Rabbeinu, Hashem says to him, absolutely destroyed Midian. There is no asking if they want to have shalom. So Rav Simcha Raz explains very beautifully and very powerfully that the difference between the two cases is that the Jewish people, when coming to a city, there might be a situation in which a city wants to have shalom with the Jewish people. They don't need to inspire or to affect or on some level to impact the Jewish people in a negative way. They simply want to have shalom. They want to be at peace. They want to live their life. Jewish people there live their life. Everyone have a treaty. Everyone be able to get along. But when it came to Midian, Moshe HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw that the danger with Midian was making shalom with them. Because if you make shalom with Midian, if you make peace with Midian, look what they can do. Look how they can destroy the Jewish people on a moral, on a spiritual level. Look at the impact of their actions. And that type of shalom is not a type of shalom that the Jewish people should be interested in. And so when it comes to later on, when we randomly come to a city, yes, there might be a shalom with the city, with the people who dwell in the city, that won't have a negative impact upon the Jewish people. We could be at peace, they could be at peace. But Midian, shalom with Midian would be a bad thing because of the danger it involves. And this is really a powerful lesson in general for the Jewish people, and even at times when it comes to an individual. Sometimes we're encouraged to make shalom. And shalom seems to be always a good thing when we're able to have boundaries within that shalom. When we're able to make sure that we can be ourselves while having shalom with that other person or that other group. But if we are going to be impacted negatively, if we're not going to be able to be ourselves, if we're not going to be able to be ourselves on a spiritual level, on an ethical level, on a moral level, then that's not shalom. And certainly not something that we should engage in or we should run after. That's the lesson that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was sharing with Midian, with as far as Midian was concerned, with Moshe, and the lesson for us until this very day. We always want shalom, provided it doesn't impact us and cost us in a fashion that we lose part of ourselves. May we be zocheh to have true shalom in all of our relationships. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.